I would go break the 25,000 up amongst the girls after the album was finished, because you know I was just breaking bread. I was just gonna break bread, and I would go keep the other 25,000.
Song of Sweetie, all this type shit. The whole time Sweetie wanted me and my friends from the video, but he made like he wanted them. They in the studio thinking they finna make a song with Sweetie. Ain't make not one song with her. So he in the studio trying to get us. We recorded some songs, but I'm just thinking we recording, cause like I said, with them, I like making music with them. We make some hard ass music together. He was trying to get me to use his lawyer though. So I'm thinking, like, use my lawyer, use my lawyer. We just making music the whole time. He trying to record the whole EP. Using your lawyer. So I used another lawyer. Go with his deal. He not CMG lawyer. Satisfy his deal, cause like I said,
welcome back to the channel once again, fam. And well, I've said it many times, you know that the way that I open these videos is usually a clear indicator of what's about to go down. Well, this may not be as clear, but well, you tell me, because this seems to be like a tried and true case of open mouth insert foot, if you ask me, because going into any situation, especially one that's a legal situation, even if it's only speculation, and going and saying a bunch of stuff that you don't have to say is usually a pretty bad sign that you know what you're talking about. But there are those that know this, and there are those that kind of prey on it and use it to their advantage too. So I'm still not sold one way or the other as of yet. But with this whole Glorilla versus HitKidd potential legal battle and all this other open case stuff, I don't think it's very wise to go on live and talk in circles. Now, as you'll clearly see from the clip that we'll be playing.
And so that's as far as like the song go, but like just the track record, like being in LA. So when we first dropped the song, everybody had been calling. Obviously the people that wanted to do a distribution deal, they were talking about some BS. But at this time, just like my first time really meeting with all these labels, and you know what I'm saying? Like at the same time, I know some stuff, but I don't know everything. So some of the things that was said in the meetings were kind of going over my head. And I had my manager, I think she had her manager. Her manager was in there, but this nigga don't know nothing. So he's sitting there nodding his head like he understand. But I ain't really saying too much because I didn't want to say too much. And I get myself, you know, trapped in what I said. But I'm going to tell y'all later, like.
A lot of people are saying the same things over and over and over. And they're already pretty much jumping on HitKidd for the whole situation, which if you don't know about it, check out one of the previous videos because we detail it pretty clearly right there on what's going on specifically with Glow and HitKidd. But, I just cannot wrap my head around why you would go live and talk about things, especially things that just kind of don't go anywhere. Like, what was the point? What were you truly addressing?
I eventually still did that. So we get to LA because we were trying to shoot the Sweetie remix video. We get to LA, and by this time, everybody was calling me, trying to redesign Glow. But they were talking about the girls too, and they were talking about me as an individual, and they were talking about us all together. So me knowing, having a little more knowledge than everybody else, not saying I knew everything or knew what I knew exactly what I need to know going into these meetings. I'm taking the girls into the meetings. We going together. We're going to the meetings together. It was more meetings was for me and Glow, so we going in the meetings together, and we talking. And I know people was trying to really sign her, most likely for the song and not for her as an artist. And as I'm in the meeting, I'm just soaking up the game, and I'm also telling them about what I already know. Well, I'm speaking on behalf of what I already know at the time. So, like I said, some of the stuff was going on in my head in the meetings, and I'm just like helping her out, building these relationships with these people in the meetings. But I was like, look, we gonna go in the meetings. You ain't got to sign no paperwork. I ain't gonna make you sign no paperwork or nothing like that. But every time we had like some meetings, or I feel like it might have been a misunderstanding between me and her, I would go to her room and be like, hey, look, I messed up about this. Because I'm learning as I'm going into the meeting. I'm like, hey, look, I messed up. Her manager was in the room too, or I called her manager in her room, and we'll sit there and talk about it. I'm like, hey, look, I messed up saying this. I really shouldn't have said this because I just not learned. Like, because they taking what I'm saying and turning into some whole other industry mess, and I'm like, bro, I ain't really feeling this. And I could tell she thought I was trying to like backdoor her, but I explained that I had did a distribution deal for the album, which F&F is on, and the album was with all the girls. So it was sad. If I was her, I'm like, yeah, this nigga sounded sketchy. But I was trying to word it to it didn't sound. It wasn't sketchy, but I was trying to word it to make sure she understood and that her manager understood. But I was like, bro, we gotta be on the same page, because at first when we went out to LA, we went out on the same page. So people were taking it and using, that's when they were starting to divide and conquer. They were trying to bring me into me's and like have me away from everybody. And then they'll do the same thing with Mark. They're taking me to other rooms and have these me's and trying to pull these little stunts and make plays off the song. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But in the midst of all that, I got everybody flying in, trying to help out. And, we trying to shoot the video. I got the hairstyles and makeup artists, etc. All that going on. I'm trying not to lose my thought pattern, because it's a lot of stuff going on. But throughout the course of the week, we were just having a lot of meetings, and I was messing up having so many meetings. I was taking the girls into the meetings, but I wasn't taking them for them to sign. I'm like, hey, look, this is something you might be interested in. We all taking these. This all new to us. I've been in like just a few meetings, but at the same time, it's all new to us. So taking it to the meets, learning new stuff in the meets. I mean, that's pretty much, that was it. But every night I would go into Glow hotel room and be like, hey, look, this is going on. They go try to take the song if you sign to somebody. But we supposed to shoot the video for the F&F remix. And, got ahead.
Because as far as I can tell, you just kind of made it seem like there's even more to it than it already seems like. And for you to yourself to come out of your mouth and say, I was trying to word it in a way that wouldn't sound sketchy because it wasn't sketchy, that makes it sound sketchy. So at this point, I'm usually not the one to point the finger to, cast accusation anyway. But, well, when you point at yourself, well, you don't need my help. So it ain't shaping up too good initially for this whole situation with HitKidd and Glow, but I don't know. I really and truly don't know. I know there's a lot more to it that we're going to find out very soon, but I don't know. Hit dog gonna holler, as they say. I just don't see a point in why bring something like this, especially something involving this kind of money, out into the open when you could have just let the ones that get paid to handle it behind the scenes. But there is one thing that I will agree with, as far as from HitKidd's side anyway.